Top of the day to you as we welcome you to today's edition of our robust program, Retirement Clues. We thank God for the opportunity that He has given to us, that with His help, this program has continued and will continue with God on our side to come your way, bringing to you information that you need to know in order for you to plan your retirement and plan it very well. I remain your friend and the promoter of this program, Mr. Chus Udo Okonta, and to the glory of God, I am still the publisher of Nigeria #1 Insurance and Pension News Online, known as ISPEN Online. And our determinations to continue to provide you with the necessary information you need for you to plan your retirement and plan it very well. We have come again today with a topic that we believe that when you kindly listen to it and do what we explain here, it will really help you so that you will not fall into the trap that many retirees has fallen into. Today we'll be looking at a topic that says how employers steal workers' retirement fund. How employers steal workers' retirement fund. Many employers today are working and their retirement days, the good things that they're supposed to enjoy in their retirement days are being denied them because their employers are actually stealing their future. And we believe that this podcast will really help you if you have been a victim, if your employer has been stealing your future. Having listened to this and watched this podcast, you know what to do in order for you to stop your employer from stealing from you anymore. Before we go into the discussions fully as usual, let's just serve you with the update within the retirement space. The first update that we have aligns with the topic that we are discussing today. From reports we got from the National Pension Commission, we got to know that through the help of recovery agents, that the National Pension Commission has been able to stop some employers from stealing up to 24.15 billion pension contributions from their employees. You see, 24.15 billion. That is what the National Pension Commission has been able to drag from these erring employers. And if not that this effort was put in place, this money would have gone just like that, and these people will retire into old age poverty. 24.15 billion. That is what the National Pension Commission has been able to pull out, from erring employers that they have had, withheld from their workers. That is just the first one. Then the second one, in line with this same two, we still got to know from the National Pension Commission that 82 aggrieved workers have dragged their employers to PENCOM, because their employers refuse to make contributions and remit their pension contributions. They've reported their employers to PENCOM, and this will help PENCOM take them up. Some of them, they will just take them to court and make sure that they pay that which belongs to their workers. That is the second update. And the third update, still coming from PENCOM, stated that there is hope for the contributory pension scheme, irrespective of what some people are doing, that they want to pull out, they said they are not interested in, but there is still hope, because the data obtained from PENCOM stated that 84% of retirement savings account holders that are registered in the fourth quarter, 84% of them are below 40 years. That means there is still hope, that at least young people are joining the scheme, and these people that are joining the scheme, at least as they continue to make contribution up to 35 years, if Christ tarries, they will actually retire, and retire very well. These are just the few updates that we have. Let's just go into fully our topic for discussions: how employers steal workers' retirement fund. How employers steal workers' retirement fund. Let's first of all take, step by step, how these employers, how they steal, and when they are stealing, the person that they are stealing may not know, but look at how they steal. Maybe you are a victim. Look at how your employer is stealing your retirement fund. One of the means of stealing, a worker's retirement fund is by not registering them with any PFA. They make sure that they don't register them, and if they are not registered, there is no way that they will be able to make contributions and remittance for them. As long as they bar them from being registered to any retirement, that is a PFA, a pension fund administrator, they're already stealing from their future, because all the money that they're supposed to contribute for them, they will not contribute. The first step is that they ensure that they don't register them to a PFA. And once that is not done, there is no way that they will make contribution and remittance for them. That is the first thing that they do. The second thing that they do is that some of them will make sure that they register their workers. But having registered their workers, they will be deducting from their workers' contribution, because the law states that the employer should contribute 10% while the employee contributes 8%. But most employers will still deduct the 8% from their workers, and they will not remit it. You see, now it becomes a double tragedy. Now it's not contributing for you. The one that you have is deducting your money. That is double stealing. It's not contributing for you. That is the first leg of stealing. This one now is deducting from your own monument, from your own money, and is not remitting it. That is double stealing. With the first thing we said is that they don't register them. Secondly, they don't contribute. This one now is that this one is even the worst. That they will not deduct 8% from your own fund, and they will not remit it. That is double stealing. It's another way of stealing from the workers, deducting and not remitting. Another way of stealing from workers is underpaying the workers. The government said the national minimum wage is 30%, 30,000, but most employers don't pay up to that. And the way that the pension scheme has been arranged now is that if your money is not up to 1/10 of the minimum wage, they will pay you off. And according to the information we got from National Pension Commission, which is PENCOM, we learned that around 145,313 workers have so far been paid off. When they retire, they just give them their money, what they call en bloc. Say, go, you are not entitled to monthly pension a benefit. They just pay them off what they have. Maybe they have 1 million. Before it was around 550,000, but now it has been up to around 1.5 million. They just pay them off and they just carry the 1 million or 1.5 million and go home. While other people are receiving monthly pension benefit, they are not entitled to that. It's just be as if the 35 years that they work in government, they just go without any monthly pension benefit. And you see, it becomes very difficult that having given all your life, to work for an organization or work for the government, and you now go home while other people are expecting a pension, what we call a monthly pension benefit, you just stay without earning anything. Once you are underpaid, your employer is actually stealing your retirement fund. And that is another thing, another way where employers steal from their workers. Another means of stealing from them is improper submission of payment schedule. It is expected that once your money is deducted and the that of the employer is deducted too, the money should be properly documented and sent to the PFA. But oftentimes the people in account just lump the whole thing together, and when the schedule gets to the PFA will not be able to allocate the whole thing. The money will just be there. The money will not be credited into your account, and you see your account will just be there. The money is with the PFA, but they cannot actually channel the money into your own RSA. Through that improper documentation, your employer can still rob you, of your retirement fund. Then the last one here that we're going to say, which is very, very important, is lack of retirement education. Most employers don't even take their employees or their workers, they don't even take them through seminars or workshop on retirement. I was discussing with somebody yesterday. I was telling him, I said, does your organization organize? He said that they do it when they are about it. I said, what is the essence? Somebody is about retiring. You not take that person to go and let the person on retirement when the person is just about. Well, how would the person plan? But it is expected that organizations should immediately somebody is recruited, at least yearly, organizations should always have a workshop to educate their employees on how they have to prepare for their retirement. They should let them know opportunities that they can leverage, bring experts to talk to them, on how they can prepare for their retirement. And if you are an organization, you don't even know, we are available. You can reach out to us. We will help you. Talk to your workers on how they can actually prepare for retirement so that they will not get trapped, when they retire. Then having known how employers steal now, how they steal, let's just go to what you should do. You that is a worker now, what should you do to forestall your organization from stealing from you? The first thing that you should do is to make sure as you get into that job, let your employer register you to a PFA. Tell your employer, please, what is your plan for me? As I always say on this program, it is not just enough for you to negotiate your salary, negotiate your retirement too. Negotiate what will go into your retirement. Ensure that you negotiate that. Ensure that your employer register you to a PFA. And secondly, make sure that your employer contribute and remit your fund. That is necessary, what you should do. Now, another thing is that if your employer is not contributing, is not remitting, report your employer. Just as we saw now, 85 Agri people reported the employers to PENCOM. You too can report your employer to PENCOM if they are not remitting. Raise alarm if you are not getting quarterly or monthly update from your PFA. Raise alarm. It may be because your employer is not contributing. Raise alarm. Don't just be silent. Another thing is that try as much as possible to negotiate good salary, because the contributions that is made on your behalf is a factor of your salary. negotiate good salary so that you will not be underpaid. Demand retirement training and workshop from your employer. Let your employer organize at least even once in a year retirement training so that you will know what you should expect when you retire. Then the last thing we want to see here that you should do is that find out from your colleagues what is being remitted for them, because you may be shortchanged if you just keep quiet, say, no, I don't want my people to know what is entering into my RSC. You may be cheating yourself. What your colleagues are getting may be higher than you. People may be on the same salary scale, but they may be making mistake in your account department. Compare note with your colleagues so that you know what they are earning, if you are being underpaid, so that you can raise alarm. Don't just be quiet, don't be silent over all these things, because it is your future. On this note, we are stopping on this note. We want you to know that the only time good for you to protest over contribution and remittance is when you are still in active service. When you have retired, it may be very difficult for you to go to that organization to go and protest. Here we are going to stop here. Please make sure you stop your employer from stealing your retirement fund. By the grace of God, will still come your way in the future, and will still come and serve you with what you need to know about retirement. In case you have information, you want to make an inquiry, you can reach us through our numbers, which are 08054269557 and 07033253527. Our email address is ispenonline@gmail.com. Remain blessed as we come again your way in the future. Thank you very much.